There is a vastness within you, a space so open, so quiet, so untouched, that even your loudest thoughts cannot disturb it. It is not a place you go, it is what you are. Pema Chödrön offers us a simple yet radical reminder. You are the sky. Everything else is just the weather. And what is weather? A storm passes, rain falls, the sun returns. Clouds drift, scatter, reform. But the sky remains. In the same way, your emotions rise and fall. Joy, fear, anger, love, they come in waves, some soft, some wild, but none of them are you. They are the weather. You are the vast awareness in which they appear. We've been taught to identify with the movement, to say, I am sad, I am angry, I am broken. But in truth, you are not those passing storms. You are the space that holds them, the witness that watches without judgment, the silence underneath all noise. This shift changes everything, because when you stop fighting the storm, you begin to see it clearly. You don't need to chase it away. You don't need to pretend it isn't there. You just return to the sky, the open, boundless sky of your being. It has no edge. It does not cling to sunshine, nor resist the thunder. It allows, it welcomes, it watches, and in that watching there is freedom, not freedom from experience, but freedom within it. Because once you know yourself as the sky, nothing the weather does can truly shake you. From childhood, we learn to name the weather inside us. I'm happy today, I'm anxious again, I'm always angry, as if these emotional states define us, as if they are us. But emotions, like weather patterns, are temporary phenomena. They shift with time, with conditions, with stories we tell ourselves. And yet we cling. We build identities from clouds. We say, this sadness is mine. This anxiety is who I am. We become entangled in the storm, forgetting the sky, forgetting that what observes the sadness is not sad, that what sees the fear is not afraid. Awareness is always untouched, but identification happens so fast. A memory appears, a thought follows, an emotion arises, and before we know it, we're swept into the storm again, believing it's all real, believing it's all us. But look deeper. Who is it that notices the fear? Who is aware of the confusion? That which sees is not confused. That which witnesses is not wounded. The sky doesn't become the rain. It simply allows it. It remains open, expansive, silent. In meditation, in stillness, we begin to taste this again, the gentle separation between what we feel and what we are. Not a separation of distance, but of clarity. You are not your thoughts. You are not your stories. You are not your past. You are the awareness in which all of that unfolds. And once that is seen, there is a loosening, a softening of identity, a kind of exhale. Not because the storm has ended, but because you finally remembered you were never the storm at all. There's no need to fight the storm. No need to force the clouds to vanish. They were never the problem. The only true suffering is forgetting who we are. When we try to fix every emotion, control every thought, we engage in a subtle war against ourselves. But the sky doesn't struggle with the weather. It doesn't push away the rain or cling to the sun. It allows. And in that allowance, there is peace. Can you let your inner life be just as it is? Can you observe without fixing, feel without naming, breathe without bracing? This is not passivity. It is a deeper kind of strength. The strength to be still. The courage to be soft. Because the moment we stop resisting, a quiet clarity emerges. A still knowing. Not from the mind, but from the space behind the mind. You are that space. You are that openness. You are that vast, unchanging sky in which the entire movie of life plays out. Emotions will come. Thoughts will spin. Pain may arise. But they are not permanent guests. They are passing weather. The true you was never wounded, never afraid, never lacking. It only appeared that way when you mistook a cloud for the sky. And when this is seen, even for a moment, a door opens. Not to a new place, but to the truth that was always quietly waiting. Beneath every storm, behind every thought, before every fear. So much of our suffering comes from believing we must become something better, calmer, wiser. We chase some future version of ourselves, imagining that one day the storm will stop and only then will peace arrive. But peace is not something you reach, it's something you notice. Something that's already here, beneath the noise, beneath the wind, beneath the stories. You are not a project to fix. You are not a puzzle to solve. You are presence itself. And presence doesn't need improvement. It doesn't need to be more quiet, more spiritual, more anything. It just is. The practice, then, is not to become more, but to return, to remember, to rest. Let the mind swirl. Let the emotions pass. You are the space in which they move, just as the sky is not affected by the shape of the clouds. Your true self is never altered by what passes through your awareness. This is not an idea, it's a direct recognition, a truth that can be felt. Here, now, in the stillness between thoughts. As Pema Chödrön reminds us, you are the sky. Everything else is just the weather. Let the weather change. Let the world move. Let the stories rise and fall. But do not forget the sky, because the moment you remember who you are, not as a name, or a role, or a thought, but as the silent witness of all things, you are free, and you always were.